I'm Marjorie Lillard, and I'm president of the Transylvania County Historical Society. We are today at the Allison-Deaver House, which is in Brevard, North Carolina. This house was built, we believe, in 1815 and lived in continuously until 1985. The Historical Society was formed in 1987 to purchase the house so that it wouldn't be torn down. There are not many historical homes left in Transylvania County. Even our courthouse wasn't built until after the Civil War. This house predates that. It tells the story of the settlement, the pioneer lifestyle of the people who came here. Today we rent the barn to an outdoor early education program called the Pisgah Collective, and we see a value in this. First of all, it provides some finances to help support the house and keep it standing as it is. And secondly, the children that go there now have a much better value or appreciation of history and the land that goes with history. When we invite school groups in, we're able to talk about the lifestyle, the skills that you needed, and the things that you ate. These are all the things that children and adults can learn from coming through the house. The preservation of the Allison-Deaver House depends on us preserving the landscape around it. And we think it's important that we keep this land free from the invasive species. We need to continue to keep the native species here so that people understand what this land looked like when the people were farming here and living here in the beginning, and make sure that the invasive species, the non-natives, don't take over the land.
If the invasive non-native plants, the aggressive ones, had the opportunity without intervention to take over the native plants, they would basically outcompete them, destroy them, and take over the land. Invasive species are one of 5 drivers of climate change. One good reason that we should be learning our plants and selecting the correct ones, planting them, and then choosing better overall for our yards, parks, schools, buildings, public areas, and just letting people learn more about that. Might not have been a problem in the 17th century, 18th century, but in the 19th and 20th centuries, these things started to show some bad characteristics. And the 21st century has been an exponential growth time for non-native invasive plants to become a real economic concern. If the invasive non-native plants, the troublesome ones, did take over, you would be very sorry. The work it would take to try to return the land to what it was is nearly impossible. I have 75 species of trees, shrubs, and vines documented on the property, but unfortunately about 1/6 of those are actually non-native. I have been pulling out invasive plants for about 30-some years. It's a lot of work, but I think it has value, and I get a reward by doing it. I have found this house to be of great value to the area, and I would like to help it retain the woods around it and eliminate some of the non-native invasive plants that have moved in and are gobbling up space. There was no way one person could accomplish what is needed, so Raven was the answer. And as I saw Allison-Deaver House, I saw that they'd be a perfect fit. And I wanted to show people that this is possible, this is doable, we have the resources. Let's not ignore it, and let's get it done.
The invasive plants that we're dealing with include, again, the usual suspects. We have English ivy, oriental bittersweet, burning bush. We have multiflora rose, double file viburnum, and also non-native cherries, and Chinese privet. In this case, the plants that we are going after first are the ones that are either currently going to seed or will go to seed based on the maturity of those plants. So things like the multiflora rose and burning bush, Chinese privet produce thousands of seeds, depending on how big they are. And many of those seeds are eaten by birds, and then those invasive plants are spread as far as the birds can fly. The seed viability of English ivy can be about 7 years, Oriental bittersweet, 9 years, multiflora rose, much, much longer. So we want to first deal with the plants, the big plants that are going to spread themselves the quickest, and then we start to deal with those lower level, less mature plants that will pose that same issue in the future. Volunteers will quickly lose interest in a project if they're having to deal with vines this big, right? Or a thorny shrub. So we're gonna get this project to a place that volunteers can easily and happily come in here and deal with stuff on the ground. They're gonna feel like they've really done something, and they have. They're gonna protect the trees. They're going to create many opportunities for the native plant population to thrive. These guys work so hard, and they understand the importance of the work that we do and the significance.
They work very hard. It's a long day. They're here at 8 o'clock. They've had to get up in Asheville. They've got a great skill, and this is definitely hard and somewhat dangerous work. They've got 5 years of experience with Raven. Most of them, I believe, have been here since the start, and they're very dedicated. I love them. If you were able to see the video we made about Silvermont, you would know that there is a Friends of Silvermont group that goes there to do a lot of the volunteer work around the grounds and in the mansion. Here, it's pretty much of a new effort that we would like to encourage people to be involved with, participate, donate, visit the historic home, and then enjoy the whole property. Use it as a walking trail, a place to maybe have a picnic, and share that with others.
I am so proud of the work that my crew has done here. My hope is also that when we promote the fact that we are giving back to this incredible historic site, that hopefully it will encourage others to do the same. Whether it's donating money for the restoration of the house, or coming here on a weekend and spending a couple of hours, pulling up invasive plants from seeds that will germinate. Any way that we can give back to our community and support our historic places, again, just gives so much to the future.
I want to thank Raven Invasive Plant Management Team for their work at Allison-Deaver House. It is phenomenal. We've really made a difference. I also want to thank Virginia and North Carolina Native Plant Societies. They were a pivotal force in identifying and listing non-native invasive plant species for our state. I also want to thank Blue Ridge PRISM. That's Partnership for Regional Invasive Species Management, the statewide leader in advocacy, training, and education about non-native invasive species, and we rely on them. Thank you for watching this video, and it's up to all of us to improve the health of our world for future generations.
To find out more about the Allison-Deaver House, please visit us at tchistoricalsociety.com or Allison-Deaver House on Facebook.